Yeah. Another episode of that Victory Talk. I'm fresh off the plane. Just touched down back in MIA. And I'm ready to talk to y'all. Not just talk to y'all. I'm ready to victory talk to y'all. Let's get it started. Yeah. This is another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. I don't hear my effects. What happened? There we go. What up, man? So y'all probably did hear it and it was crazy. But it's all good, man. This is episode 224 of the Victory Talk podcast. Yeah, man, I'm late. I just got off a plane, man. Just touched back down. I was in Georgia for my son's birthday, man. He's 8 years old. Man, he just turned 8, which is dope. Celebrating, man. I'm with the homie. I'm down there like every other weekend. So I'm there like 2-3 times a month. I fly down there to kick it with the little homie. And it's lit. It's lit. However, I'm a little tired, man. But once this pre-workout kicks in, ain't nothing 300-400 milligrams of caffeine can't fix. Ain't nothing. 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine can't fix. All right. This is Victory Talk Podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, BBC, the King of Ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, the Southside Savior. And I'm not alone. I'm also joined by the beast from the Middle East, Nemo. What up, homie?
Let's go. Super excited, man.
224, man. Popping out here. Listen, we got a lot we want to cover today, man. We're going to talk about success habits. Okay? Success habits that'll get you rich. Like me. We're going to talk about we also going to talk about some of the best marketing strategies to market your business, whatever business you got or whatever business you're trying to start. And I'm going to show you how you can get, if you have a coaching business, I'm going to break down how you can get 10 clients this weekend. One weekend. Yeah, they said it couldn't be done. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to give you all the game. Maybe too much motherfucking game. Maybe too much game, but we going to see. Listen, a lot of times, a lot of you guys are here, you're just starting business. You're doing something new, something you never did before, right? And I remember there was one time when I was younger, I had to do something I never did before, right? This is back when I was a rapper. A lot of y'all don't know this, man. I used to be signed to Sony Records as a rapper and producer. I got dropped when they merged with BMG. But on the way to getting my deal, I opened up for I performed all over DC. I went to college in DC, Maryland, Virginia, Philadelphia, New York. And one time, man, I had to open up for Fabulous, the rapper Fabulous. And this is like 2002, 2002, 2001, 2002, long time ago. And I was mad nervous because it was like 2,000 people in the crowd. I never performed in front of that many people before, right? And I was mad nervous. It was me. And so I stepped away and went into this bathroom to the side to use the bathroom, get my thoughts together. It's like, all right, I'm opening it up for Fab, man. All right, it's cool. And so I'm urinating. I go to the urinal. It's empty bathroom. Then I hear a bunch of ruckus. And then I hear motherfuckers kicking the door, yelling, "We're the bad guys, we're the bad guys." I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, seemed like 50 niggas rushed in the bathroom. And I guess it was Fabulous's entourage. And they had bitches with them and shit. And they was taking bitches into the stalls next to me while I'm peeing. I saw them bringing bitches in. And I'm looking at, like, through my peripheral vision. Because I didn't want to look at these motherfuckers yelling, "We the bad guys." They kept yelling, "We the bad guys." I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was an inside joke amongst themselves. And it seemed like this was the longest piss of my life. Because it was like 50 fucking niggas behind me yelling, "We the bad guys." And then niggas come on each side of me pissing, yelling, "We the bad guys," while they pissing. And these big gangster looking motherfuckers, man. And I finally get done urinating and I turn around, all them niggas stop yelling. I turn around and move, and it's like I'm trying to get out the way, but I can't. And then I see DJ Clue. DJ Clue, I guess he was, he's down with Fab at the time. And everybody kind of stopped yelling. And then everyone was silent, and they wasn't like trying to move out my way I was like, "Oh, excuse me." And they kind of just all stood there not saying nothing. And then DJ Clue looked at me and said, "We're the bad guys." I was like, "Yeah, all right." And then so I kind of scurried out the way. I ain't even washed my hands. I just left. Man, the fuck out of there. The fucking bad guys, man. So that did not make me less nervous about my upcoming performance. It did not do anything to calm down any of my anxieties. And I was mad scared to go out there and perform, especially after that scene. But then I went out there and performed, and I did well. People was fucking with it. I did it anyway, And I know a lot of y'all scared to do something. And that's the moral of the story. A lot of y'all scared to do something. Some of y'all scared to do. Some of y'all scared to go after opportunities. You scared to take investments. You scared to make. And man, just remember, we the bad guys. No. Just remember, man. Like, sometimes you got to do it. You just do it anyway, and a lot of times it works out, man. Like, it's better to make a mistake of aggression than a mistake of timidity. It's better to make a mistake because you were too bold than it is to make a mistake because you were a bitch. Like, what was the alternative for me in that situation? They're like, you know what? They the bad guys. I don't think I'm gonna perform today, And well, then I had to live with myself, So even if I failed and got booed, at least I could look myself in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of myself after that. And that's how you should go about anything you're scared to go after. It's always better to make a mistake of aggression than a mistake of timidity. All right. Hey, all right, we got a lot we want to cover today. First, we got a sponsor. 2 sponsors. One is me. I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you exactly how to grow your online fitness business, even if you don't have a big following, even if you're not certified. I have helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses. I've been doing online training from the beginning. I was one of the first motherfuckers to do it in 2009, 2010. Now I teach other people how to do it. I've helped over 15,000 people do it. And I'm going to teach you for free. The link is in the description. Go cop that. Other sponsor is Dot Repellent. Thought repellent is the easy to apply spray that'll keep the hose away. Once you start getting some success, watching the victory talk, start getting in better shape, building your mindset, building your muscles, you're going to be every woman's dream, right? You won't be asking, man, how do I raise up girls? What's the best pickup line? You're going to be like, damn, what do I do with all these bitches who coming after me? How do I navigate this terrain, right? Because some of these women, no matter what they tell you, not all women are good women, right? So some of them are thoughts, sluts, whores. And this is specifically designed just to repel these thoughts, sluts, and whores. All right. The good women, they'll just be like, man, you smell delicious, right? We're about 2 weeks away from having this out. About 2 weeks, but we need your help. All your super chats go towards development of thought repellent so we can get this out to the public. All right. So when you leave a super chat, I'll answer your question live. I don't even see the chat unless it's a super chat. Every once in a while, I need to throw something up, but I really don't see it unless it's a super chat. So if you want me to answer your questions live, leave a super chat and you'll be doing God's work by contributing to the fun, to the thought repellent fun. All right. Having that said, now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about the best success habits to get you rich. You want to get rich. You want to ball, flex, maybe even have generational wealth. Well, that's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in 1 month. You're going to have to do certain things over and over again over a long period of time. These things are often classified as habits, right? I'm going to go in this video. We're going to be ranking. In this video, we're going to have a tournament to see what the best success habits are to help you get rich. And I'm well suited to be the judge of this tournament because I've already gotten rich. I made my first million 10 years ago. And since then, I built several multi-8-figure businesses, balling out of control. And I've done a lot of these habits. I've experimented with everything on this list, and we're going to rank them. All right. So here's what we got here. I vibe coded this app called the bracket. I call it the bracket builder, where we made a bracket. All right. So here we got. This is round one. All right. Here are here are the habits. So in round one, we got plan every hour of every day in your calendar. Listen, this is not the best code. You can't see it all. I made this shit right before I hit record on this video. All right. We got gratitude, read daily, it's supposed to be take short breaks every 90 minutes, because that's something I hear people say. This is journaling. This is cold showers, tracking your spending, meditation, the Pomodoro method, working out every day, winding down without screens. It's supposed to be waking up early, eating clean, getting sunlight in your eyes, that Huberman shit, visualizing your goals and affirmations. All right. Now they're all going to go against each other. And at the end, we are going to have the number one habit for success. Yeah. It's going to be the most important one. That's why you should watch this whole video to the end, All right. Now, before I get in, none of these habits are bad. These are the best ones, right? But we got to have a battle royale to find out which is the best of the best. All right. So first, planning every hour of every day in your calendar. This is something that I think I've popularized. Have we heard any other internet millionaires talking about this shit? Have we? I say it to everyone who will listen every chance I get. Plan every hour of every day in your calendar. It's super hard to lose if you do this. It's super hard to lose if you do this. I've been doing this for, I don't know, man. It's going on 2 decades, man. Oh no, Google Calendar didn't exist, but at least 15 years. Right? If you look at my calendar, every hour of every day is planned out. It's choreographed. I ain't out here just freestyling my days. You got to think about it, man. Think about the best freestyle rapper you ever seen, like Eminem or Juice WRLD, Lupe Fiasco, these motherfuckers freestyling off the top of their heads. Yeah, it's good, but it's not as good as just what it's not as good as the music they make when they sit down and write it, right? Even the best freestylers, right? You motherfuckers are freestyling your whole days, wondering why you ain't successful. Now you got to choreograph your day, plan it out. Plan it out. I have videos on it, but that is going up against practicing gratitude. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with practicing gratitude. I believe you should have an attitude of gratitude, right? But sometimes, I've been in some situations where it's super difficult to be gracious, right? Like I didn't know how I was going to eat. I had to sleep in my car at some point, you know. My father had killed himself. I had to take care of the whole family. What if I'm practice gratitude after my father blew his brains out and left us with a whole bunch of problems that I had to solve? Wasn't a lot to be grateful for. I mean, there's always something to be grateful for. I could have been like, hey, look on the bright side. I dare you to tell that to a nigga whose dad just blew his brains out. All right. What I did do under those circumstances, I was like, listen, I got to take care of the whole family. I got to make shit happen. Right. So I got multiple jobs, started I got multiple jobs. And the only way I can work all these jobs and work out and do all the other things I need to do is plan every hour a day in my calendar. This was the key to freedom. So I'm going to put that over practicing gratitude. That's the winner. Number one. That's our first winner. All right. Now we got reading daily. This is supposed to be versus take short breaks every 90 minutes. All right. So a lot of people say you should, take short breaks, don't work your hard, don't burn out. But I guess that's cool for some people, but I take so much caffeine that I don't want to break. I take enough caffeine where I just go haywire. So that hasn't been effective for me. But what has been effective for me is reading every day. I read for about 90 minutes every day. There was a point where I was reading like 2 books a week. It's probably a little less now because I'm like rereading some of the best books instead of trying to find new ones. But when I was trying to gather all this knowledge, I was reading like 2 books a week for years, like over a decade. And even when I was real busy, back then I didn't have a car, right? So I don't have a car now either. I just take Uber everywhere. But back then I had to take the subway, and I would read on the subway, going from Queens to Manhattan to work. And it gave me different ideas. I was able to, the benefit of reading is it gives me different ideas. I'm able to connect different dots together when you have more knowledge. Not when you have more knowledge. Sometimes people don't know what they don't know, right? I hear some guys saying, oh, you don't need to read to be successful. Reading is stupid. Maybe they're smarter than me, right? But maybe they're also smarter than Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all the guys who talk about reading all the time, right? They're smarter than Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said if he had one superpower, it would be to read faster. Like this day, he spends all day reading, right? So I'm gonna go reading every day. Without this, I wouldn't be where I am today, right? So I'm gonna go reading every day over taking short breaks. Journaling over cold showers. Journaling versus cold showers. All right. I guess journaling is cool, and I'm not gonna speak against it. Maybe if it was Pride Month, journaling would win. I'm not saying journaling is bad or anything. Like if you want to journal, that's cool. I don't care what you do, man. You journal, have 2 boyfriends, whatever you want to do, right? But I don't want to just fucking write down what's going on, man. I want to take some action. So I'm going to say cold showers over journaling because there is the actual biological benefit to cold showers. So cold exposure and cold showers in particular, studies show that it raises your dopamine temporarily by 200%, right? Raises your dopamine. And dopamine is something that is what's responsible for drive. If you have low dopamine, you have low motivation and low drive, right? So dopamine, cold showers can boost your dopamine. In fact, Cold exposure was used to treat depression for that reason before pharmaceutical drugs were invented. They didn't know why it helped people be in a better mood, but it did. So we're going to go cold showers over journaling. Again, if you want to journal, it's all good, sweetheart. Like you can write down whatever you need. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, you know. Maybe you and your daughter can maybe you and your daughter or you and your female best friend can journal together and have like a journal party. It's cool, man. This one's going to be tough for me. Tracking your spending or meditation. Now, studies show that meditation, like there's actual studies behind this. Ain't no studying behind. I haven't found any studying that says journaling helps you with anything. Maybe they exist, and I just refuse to look at them. But there are studies that show that meditation actually changes the structure of your brain. So there was a Harvard study that showed after 8 weeks of meditation, the part of your brain called the amygdala started to shrink, and it continued to shrink the more you meditated. And that's important because the amygdala is a part of your brain that makes you a motherfucking spaz. That's where fear and anxiety, fight or flight comes from. It makes you a spaz, bitch ass nigga, you know? That's from your amygdala. And there's another study that showed that after about 8 weeks of meditation, participants, subjects, the people in the study had greater density in their neocortex. So neocortex is part of your brain that's responsible for logic, right? And human beings, we have bigger neocortexes than the majority of animals. That's why we can do things like create languages, create mathematics, make YouTube videos, where other animals typically struggle in those endeavors. Now here's the thing: tracking your spending is super important if you want to get rich. Okay, so here's the thing: I know people who meditate and aren't rich. I don't know anybody who tracks every dollar that they spend who hasn't significantly increased their wealth when doing it. And for that reason, tracking your spending is going to go right. So I track every dollar I spend and every dollar that comes in. If you watch any of my old YouTube videos, I talk about using mint.com to track it because you can hook up all your accounts and it will help automate a lot of that. Now we use something called Monarch, right? You want to track every dollar you're spending. So you get Monarch, hook up all your accounts to it, all your checking accounts, all your savings accounts and investment accounts, and they'll track your spending, your net worth in real time. Is super dope. They do not pay me to endorse this, but they better soon because I've shouted them out enough times where now I feel like them not paying me starting to feel like disrespect. All right. But Monarch, it goes hard. All right. Okay. Now we have the Pomodoro. Oh, so we got a super chat. I'm going to address that right after this, homie. Don't even trip. All right. Pomodoro method. This is when the Pomodoro method is a productivity method where you work for 25 minutes, set a timer, and then chill for 5 minutes, set a timer, and then you keep repeating over and over again. And then working out every day. Now, this is success happens to give you rich. I know people who don't work out and are rich, but I guess I know people who do this and don't have money either. But what's going to be the biggest bang for your buck as far as making money is concerned? I'm trying to put my fitness bias aside for this. I'm going to go working out every day because working out every day will affect your mood. It'll affect your confidence. And if you have more confidence and you're in a better mood, you'll be in a better position to actually acquire capital. And it's good for networking. If you join an expensive gym You can network there. I'm telling you, man. Like join the most expensive gym you can find, and you can network there. I met people. I met people at Equinox and started talking business there. Started talking business, and I think I did a deal with somebody I met at Equinox. You know, and then I'm sitting on first class flights. I'm saying I was on a plane actually today, first class, and I sat next to a dude. He started asking me about my workout routine because obviously I'm dressed. I'm the only motherfucking. I'm typically the only motherfucking first class with no sleeves. Typically, and I'm assuming. And he started asking me about my workout routine, and we started a conversation. Come to find out, man, he owns a restaurant, a big restaurant here in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some opportunities for business relationship that will be mutually advantageous as a result. So I'm gonna go work out every day because it opens doors. It opens doors and it improves your mood. Yeah. All right. Now we got this shit that everybody be talking about, winding down. Winding down without screens, like no screens before bedtime. I hear people say that shit. Listen, we are about 90 minutes from my bedtime right now. And not only do I have mad screens here, I got two big ass lights shining right on me, right into my retina, right into my cornea. Screens and lights. I don't have a problem sleeping. Now, waking up early, listen, I know people who don't wake up early, who still are rich. But for me, waking up early is a cheat code because the reason it works so well for me is because when I wake up early, I can get shit done before the world wakes up and people start asking me for shit, bringing me their problems that I got to solve. Right. And I can get a lot of deep work done before that. Right. Now, some people can stay up late and do it at night. And that's cool. As long as you can get some uninterrupted time to work, it's usually in the morning or at night. I'm gonna go waking up early. That's me. But I'll be on screens until it's time to the last moment. All right, so I'm gonna wake up early is the winner there. All right. Now we got eating clean versus sunlight in your eyeballs in the morning. First person I heard talk about this was Hugh Berman, everyone's favorite white science man. And I think it's good. It's fine, but I think eating clean will make you more productive because when you eat junk food or food that's high on the glycemic index, what happens is it makes you sleepy. Here's why. When you eat food that's high on the glycemic index, you end up with a lot of glycogen in your bloodstream. And when your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. And insulin's job is to flush out as much of the glucose as possible so you don't die, right? The thing is, it does it very indiscriminately. And it'll flush it out from your bloodstream. It'll flush it out from everywhere, including your brain, right? And this is why a lot of times people get tired after a big meal. They get sleepy. Some people call it the itis. And the reason that happens is that one of the reasons that happens is because of that insulin secretion that happens after you eat something that's high on the glycemic index. These are which is most junk food, right? Hot, sugary shit, fucking candies and cakes. Motherfuckers call themselves men eating candy and cake and shit. But anyway, if you don't do that, if you eat clean during the day, you'll have way more energy and you'll be more focused. A lot of you guys have noticed that, those of you who do intermittent fasting, during the fast, you're probably super productive once you acclimate to it. And then have you noticed that as soon as you break the fast, it's like the fucking work day is over, right? That's something I noticed back when I used to do intermittent fasting. So I was a rush to get everything done before 3 when I break my fast because the productivity would plummet. That's the insulin spike. That's what that is. Now that I'm keto, I don't have that. I basically have that same feeling from the fast all day, every day. Not to say you have to be keto, but you want to stay with food that's low glycemic, at least during the workday. If you want to eat a bunch of carbs, candies, and cakes, do that shit after work. Do that shit after work. All right. Eating clean is the winner for that one. All right. Now we got visualizing your goals versus affirmations. We're getting down into that part of success habits. It sounds like you should be collecting crystals, maybe wearing some hemp jewelry. Maybe you got a bunch of rocks next to your bed. Maybe you're one of those guys who wear feather earrings and sandals, walking around looking like a neo Jesus. Those are the guys who talk about visualizing and affirmations the most. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick visualizing, because you can't bullshit yourself. Like affirmations, I am successful, I'm good. It's like, I'm not saying it doesn't have any utility. I'm not saying it's bullshit. But if I got to pick one, I'm picking visualizing your goals. I think visualizing your goals is the one. Because you can't, it's hard to bullshit yourself, you know? You start saying, I'm successful. And if you know it's not true, now you just look like a schizophrenic, you know, motherfucker, talking to yourself all crazy. You out here lying. I'm gonna go with visualization. Visualizing your goals. All right, now we made it to round 2. The Elite 8. This one's gonna be quicker because I don't have to tell you what each one is. All right, plan every day in your calendar versus reading every day. This is difficult for me because I love both of them. In fact, I probably do everything in this list. We got most of the bullshit out. So I probably do all 8 of these, right? So I'm not saying any of them are bad, but I got to pick one, right? I'm going to plan every hour, every day in your calendar, because you can read some shit. That don't mean you're going to be some shit. But it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard to fail when you plan every hour a day in your calendar. I'm telling you, it's super hard to fail. Right? Cold showers versus tracking your spending. I'm gonna go tracking your spending. I'm gonna go tracking your spending. It's hard to go broke. It's hard to go broke if you're tracking your spending, right? And here's the thing: the more money you make, the more important this becomes. Because you ain't got no money, it's kind of less important because you ain't tracking shit. You ain't spending shit. You ain't got no money, motherfucker. Right? But when I've seen motherfucker, there's been people I've coached, like one-on-one, other entrepreneurs, and I would try to help them. You know, I'd be working on helping them improve their business and lives to a certain extent. And none of them track their spending. None of them. And when we do that, and when I run them through one of these programs, and it can go back like 90 days, we'll hook up all our accounts to Monarch, and it'll go back like the past 90 days and look at everything. And I'll have them categorize everything, and we'll look through it. And they're always shocked at how much money they're spending on bullshit. 100%. Even broke motherfuckers, when I run them through something like this, they're shocked at how much money they're spending on bullshit. You know, these two things will improve your life like significantly. Right. Working out every day versus waking up early. This one's tough. This is tough. If I got to pick one, I'm picking working out every day. It's just because what it does for your confidence, your health, and the networking opportunities that come from if you're working out at like a good establishment. If you're working out at some bullshit gym or fucking the park with a bunch of motherfuckers who are too broke to get gym memberships, then you won't have the same network opportunities. But yeah, I mean, I've made some good friends working out in the park back when I used to do calisthenics and shit. They was all poor though. Only poor people choose to work out exclusively in the park. All right, eating clean versus visualizing your goals. You know I'm going eating clean. All right, boom. We are down to the final 4. This is where it's going to get hard. Pause. All right, planning every hour of every day versus track your spending. Okay. I'm going to go plan every hour of every day in your calendar. It's just super hard to fail if you do this. It's super hard to fail if you do that. All right. Working out every day versus eating clean. Ooh, it gets tough. Well, listen, here's the thing. You can't out train a bad diet, but you can out diet bad training. Hear what I just said? You cannot out train a bad diet, but you can out diet bad training. I've worked in some of the best gyms in America, and I've seen, no bullshit, I've seen aerobics instructors who were overweight. Their job was cardio, and they were overweight because I saw what they ate between classes. Motherfuckers drinking big ass Starbucks, Frappuccinos and shit, drinking liquid candy. They couldn't lose weight because you cannot out train a bad diet. However, I have helped people lose weight without doing any cardio, without doing any workout, like big fat whale motherfuckers. Well, I'm gonna tell this motherfucker to run a mile. Nah, let's just get your diet right. And as soon as you get your diet right, without even any exercise, they lose weight. So we're gonna go eating clean. All right. Now it's down to the last two. Eating clean got lucky. It didn't go against tracking your spending or some of these other ones. It just had it. Eating clean kind of had an easy route here, but it's important. All right. Planning every hour of every day versus eating clean. You know what I'm gonna pick. Planning every hour of every day. This is the cheat code to life. It's the cheat code to life. I'm just telling you, if you learn one thing from me, it's one thing. Plan every hour of every day in your calendar. I promise. You do this shit for fucking 1 week, you'll be the most productive week of your life. You do it for a month, you'll accomplish more that month than most people do in a whole year. If you do that for 90 days, you will change your whole life. I promise you, you will change your whole life. If you plan every hour of every day in your calendar for 90 days consecutively, your whole life will change. You will be unrecognizable within 90 days. Listen, I got a video that goes over how to do this and really brace it down. Go check that out now. You know what to do. All right. We got through that. I think we got some super chats.
Yes, we do. Okay, let me put this.
Oh, Nima got to read the super chats because Minovia, she's gone. She in the Dominican Republic. She sent me a video of her in the Dominican Republic holding a baby with no shirt, looking like some fucking 10 houses was behind her. Motherfuckers living in shacks made of fucking tin foil. And that's not like, what the fuck is going on over there? All right, let's go.
Mine is asking, is the cold shower you take worth more than the $50K you make from journaling trades?
I see what you did there. Journaling trades. Journaling. I get what you're saying. I didn't think journaling trades. When I was thinking journaling, I was thinking like, you know, motherfuckers in there talking about their feelings and shit, you know? I do journal my trades. Ugh, but that sounds gay. Listen, I write down what happened while I was trading. Journaling sound like some sucking shit. All right.
JK is asking, what is a morning tactic to getting out of the bed and starting your engine to regain focus and alertness after a deep rested state?
300 milligrams of caffeine. Immediately. I mix up the pre-workout before I go to sleep. Put that shit in the refrigerator. And I walk straight to it. I walked straight. For a while, I was stopping. I was waiting like 30 minutes, 60 minutes to get into it. Because I heard Huberman say that was good because of the adenosine. But then, you know, recently I've been like, let me just go back to what I've been doing. It's fine. Fuck that adenosine shit, man. Just drink more caffeine. If you get tired later on in the day, like Huberman was saying, that's what caffeine is for. So anyway, yeah, I get just straight to the caffeine immediately. And Hormozy does it too. He says as soon as he wakes up, he drinks like coffee. So shout out to, and those is everyone's favorite white guys. Hormozy's not white. Hormozy's I think he's What y'all say? What y'all call it? Persian?
Iranian.
Yeah, he's Persian. But he just looked white because he dressed like a lumberjack. But that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he about to cut wood. He looked like he about to chop down some trees and get some fucking maple syrup. Like he looked like he manufactured maple syrup for a living. That's the homie though. And yo, it'd be so funny, man, because Layla, like she dressed, Layla be dressed head to toe in like Chanel and all, like she likes nice things. And Hermosi show up with the fucking nose shit and a lumberjack shirt. But they killing it. Shout out to both of them. Hermosi's the homie back in the day. He don't answer my text no more, man. Anyway, what else we got?
It's a good segue. Alpha Loss is asking, if you had to pick one forever, would it be nicotine or caffeine?
Caffeine. It's not even close. Yeah. Hey, you know what else I'm gonna do forever? Make money in these markets. Y'all want to learn how to make some money in the markets? Yeah. It just so happens I got the homie, Young Candlestick, who's gonna help us do just that with the market update. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? I am Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, and we are here with the homie Greg Young, aka Young Candlestick. We about to give y'all the market update for what's today's date?
It is August 12th, 2025.
Come on now.
Inflation report came out today.
CPI inflation.
Yep.
Let's go.
Inflation is not accelerating as we once thought. So the market really liked that. The market broke out to all-time highs.
All-time high today.
All short sellers are absolutely decimated.
These motherfuckers is cooked.
Basically, anybody who's like bet heavily against the market in the past few weeks or months, ever since April, absolutely destroyed. And that's kind of been fueling this market rally because every little dip just keeps getting bought up. And these are tiny little dips, none of these big dips that are happening earlier in the year. And what that does is, remember, when a short seller bets against the market, when they have to cut losses, they have to buy the market at higher prices. So you combine that with actual buying momentum and you start to get what's called a short squeeze. And there's a few key sectors that are really pushing up the market, and it's financials. So the XLF, that's a big weight in the S&P. They had a big green day today. It's only up 1.22%, but that's actually a big day for finance.
That's a big day for the finance.
Yeah, I know, definitely. Morgan Stanley, MS. This was one of the top trade setups that I post in the free Victor Unit Discord. And I make a video, I post the top trade setups. I don't always take all of them, but this was one of those setups where Morgan Stanley, higher lows, flat top, starts to break out on an increase in volume. And that's just kind of leading the market higher. We have tech stocks like Meta, big ass bull flag. This was noted.
Meta, right? Meta's going crazy, man. All-time highs.
Everyone uses Meta. Everybody's on Instagram. Yeah. The old people are on Facebook. Like, everybody.
Yo, there's people on, like, Facebook has a lot of users, man. Like people sleep on Facebook itself has a lot of users, and they're buying up all the AI people. They're buying AI people. They gave up. Remember when they wanted to remember when they thought we was gonna live in the metaverse? Like how hype Mark was about that shit. Boy, was he wrong. You know what I'm saying? He thought we was all gonna be in the metaverse buying NFT real estate. Remember that shit? Boy, was he pivoted quick.
You know, have you seen that interview between Mark Zuckerberg and Lex Friedman? They did it all in the metaverse, and it was actually really cool. Like, they looked really realistic. But
that was like 5 years ago, right?
That was, I want to say, like 2 years ago or less.
Yeah, I think they've given up on that, man. Because like, who do you know who uses a fucking Meta Quest every day? I have the expensive one, the $1,000 one, and I almost never use it, bro. I thought it was really cool at first, but now, you know, what I do use every day though is the Meta Ray-Bans.
Me too. One of the best investments ever,
bro. I think they're gonna augmented reality is the virtual reality. They've been trying to sell that fucking bullshit since I was a child.
Yeah.
I'm 42. They've been trying to sell us on virtual reality since the 90s. It's never going to happen. Augmented reality, maybe. I can see that. Yeah.
You know, those VR glasses, they just fry your eyeballs. Like my brain hurts after like 5 minutes of it. So I don't know. They need to fix that, and maybe they can get some traction.
Yeah.
But Meta Ray-Bans way better.
Meta Ray-Bans. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Now, so basically, people are flooding into Meta. You can see people are voting with their dollars. They're putting it into Meta. It's a big weight in the overall NASDAQ. Last Thursday,
and they have a dividend now. Like I think it was like a year or two ago, they added the dividend.
Yeah, 52 cents per share. I'm not sure exactly the percentage, but you get paid to hold on to the stock. What that does is that kind of creates like a floor on the stock. Yeah. Not a lot of people like to sell their dividend paying stocks. They're like, oh, get that cash flow. The older people, they need that reliable income coming in. Same with Google. Google announced a dividend. It looks like in June of 2024. And ever since then, it's been paying 20 cents a share. And this was one of the top setups on Thursday. If you guys remember, Google, I was saying, watch for this breakout. This is this flat top breakout.
Yeah.
For 197. Boom. Google now sitting at 203, 204. I wouldn't be surprised if this started to test all-time highs and further. Google is my largest investment position. It's bigger than the S&P 500 for me. I might start to trim that, though, if Google starts getting up to like 250, 260. I'll reload. So Google, if it can retest 198, I like that for a potential dip buy spot for a short-term swing trade. Okay? And then, of course, there's crypto stealing the show. Ethereum. Look at Ethereum.
Ethereum going crazy, right?
Ethereum's going absolutely
Ethereum
wild.
going crazy.
This was one of the setups on the weekly game plan, and I said Ethereum's really high right now, but it's probably going to go higher. If you really want a risky trade, just close your eyes and buy calls. Okay? and that's on. You can do that on ETHA. ETHA, like boom, beautiful move. If you want to trade shares, ETHU is double levered. This went from $22 per share up to $170, 645%. So Ethereum's definitely on the run. I'm bullish Ethereum. I would like to buy just retests of support.
Yeah, retest support.
You know,
I already have some of the ETF, not the crypto, the ETF. But you know, I'll add to that position if it retests support.
Yeah, I like 4,000 Ethereum. So if you see Ethereum like crashing and selling off to 4,000, and you got a long-term time horizon, just know that I might be buying some. And that's not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. So that's Ethereum. Bitcoin, similar thing. Bitcoin's actually a little bit weaker than Ethereum. Still kind of testing resistance, but it is holding. It's holding up just fine. Until really bearish volume comes in and supports break. No red flags on crypto. Okay?
Yeah, I'm dollar cost averaging into the ETF.
Yep.
So if it goes lower, that's fine with me, man.
Yeah. Dollar cost averaging is like the most peaceful way to be involved.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful. You smooth out your average cost, and as long as the asset generally appreciates over time, you make it out really well. And there's something to be said about decision fatigue. If you're always trying to catch these bottoms and catch every single little breakout, you can waste your willpower trying to do that. Versus if you believe in it long term, just dollar cost average into it. If it gets oversold, maybe add a little bit more.
And I really like selling cash secure puts to get into it as well. You know.
Oh, definitely.
Just over every week, just sell some cash secure puts. Either I get a sign, or either way I get the premium.
Exactly. No matter what, you get guaranteed cash as long as you make that commitment to buy at that price. If you're going to buy it anyways, might as well get paid to
buy it anyway, man.
Yeah.
Like, going to buy it anyway.
The options market is a fantastic way to be flexible with, the type of risk profile that you want. It's really awesome. So last time I also talked about UNH. I said UNH, there's deep value down here. UNH stock.
You was talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. UNH stock up 3.65%. We have this bullish divergence. Do you see this? So this is an RSI. It's a relative strength index. It measures speed and momentum of price. It can also tell you when something is overbought or oversold. So when it gets above 70, it tells you stock is overbought. Look at the last time it was overbought. shit hit the bed. Absolutely gets clapped. Gets oversold. Stock bounces. Not a big bounce, but it bounces. When the RSI makes higher lows as price itself makes a lower low, it tells us that the momentum is starting to shift. It's called a bullish divergence. It doesn't mean that the stock is going to go straight up right away, but it means be on the lookout for potential buy setups, long setups. Stock is more likely to go up than down when you see a bullish divergence. So longer term, I'm targeting the 350 level on UNH. And that may take a couple months to a couple of years. UNH, if it's still in a downtrend, so it could sell off to 200, 180, maybe even 150. If it's really getting underneath 150, stock could go bankrupt. I guess a blue chip stock can go bankrupt, but odds favor more upside than downside at this point in time.
So we'll see what happens.
And last week, Apple had a 4 standard deviation move. You know what that means? There's a range priced in each and every week. That's the expected move. Apple moved up 4 times that amount. And that's a big reason also why the market was green last week. It just never really got a lower low. It just had a big sell-off 2 weeks ago, Thursday into Friday, and just grinded up. And that Apple's a big weight in that. And so just keep an eye on Apple and these large market movers because they make a big impact.
Didn't they give Trump an award?
They probably did. You know, I'm not.
No. He gave him an award, man. Tim Cook gave him an award for something.
Seemed to have worked for their stock price, you know.
He gave him some kind of award.
That'd be like me giving you an award, Brandon. I should do that. Will boost my stock price.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? All right. All right, what else?
A totally different world. I briefly want to talk about a little bit of futures trading. Today was a good day trading futures.
I was on the flight, so I couldn't trade today.
Oh, it's all good. My power was out, so I was on the laptop traveling setup. It was intense. I got it back though, obviously. But when there's extra volatility, extra ranges in the market, that's where I really shine in day trading because big moves can happen really quickly. I just want to cover some of these setups. So market sells off, bounces, and we start to just grind higher. But then guess what? We start to break this support on big volume. Boom, that's a sell setup. You can sell right there, put your stop loss above the highs, and look at all the money to be made. I'm not saying you catch the entire drop, but you want to just find pivots to risk off of. Then there's what's called a bear flag, where you have a drop. That's our flagpole. It's our impulse wave. Something in the market is changing when you see a big ass drop. Then you get this weak ass bounce and it's chopping, it's consolidating. Guess what? It starts to break support. It's exiting the bear flag. You can go short. You can sell right there, put your stop loss above the highs. Boom, that's your risk. And then look at the money that you can get as it drops. And again, another thing, steep trend line, big breakdown. Then we start to reverse just a little bit. Momentum starting to curl. And this is where a lot of sellers had big positions on. And when they didn't get the downside follow through, the market just slowly squeezed them out. Chop, 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 chop. And that's a big reason why the market kind of grinded and fueled itself higher. All those trapped sellers in this bottom portion of the range just had to give up. They gave up, rally, flag, rally, pull back, and then a strong close. And so keep an eye out for some of those futures setups. Memorize some of these charts. You'll start to recognize some of these patterns, and you can have tight risk and big reward if you can nail your entry.
If you want to trade futures with us every morning, you can join Victory Trades. The link should be in the description. You can trade futures with Greg and I live every morning in Discord. You know, we both trade with prop firms, and we've got a lot of Victory Trade members who's gotten funded. So that's super dope. And also when you join Victory Trades, you get Greg's trade alerts on stocks and options as well, straight to your phone.
Yeah. One of the trade alerts this week was on ISRG. This is surgical robots. And we're starting to see that it was getting oversold. First time RSI is getting oversold. It's a decent retracement and it's starting to bounce. I sold bullish put credit spreads, sent out the alert to all members. And
let's go.
Yeah, they're going to get like a 50% profit in 1 week. Just
let's go.
It's peaceful, you know. It's I like to alert those trades where if you're at a full-time job, you don't really need to watch it all day. It's not really day trading alerts. That's what the live is for. And again, it's all for educational purposes. I'm not telling
you
you
gotta
what
say that because you got a Series 65. I ain't gotta say none of that, man. Let's gamble. Let's gamble.
It is a form of gambling for sure.
Yo, what's up with gold, man?
Yeah, I was gonna touch on gold. So year to date, gold is still outperforming the S&P 500. Gold right now, though, is selling off just a little bit. It's still stuck in this big ass box, this whole volatility trap.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest reason why gold is dropping is because the dollar is gaining strength. So dollar, actually, it's not really gaining all that much strength. But the dollar, if it starts to bounce, that'll put downwards pressure on gold. I do think gold breaks out later into the year, mid 2026. So I have a lot of longer term expirations on gold long. I think if it sells for like 1 or 2 more days, it's worth a short term dip buy and worth short term.
Like, would you buy a contract?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll buy like 2 or 3 calls. You know, nothing crazy.
Oh, you'll buy calls. You'll buy calls on what?
Oh, yeah, GLD, or you can just trade G. I like to trade MGC futures if I'm going to day trade.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like get yourself some GC or MC. Like, just buy some MGC contracts with like, because I'm holding some contracts right now, like MGC with like my own with like cash money, not a prop firm, you know.
Yeah. You can swing it, which is nice.
You can swing
it. Prop firm, you can't swing trade. You can't hold it for multiple days. For prop firms, you got to day trade it, which is fine.
You think it might sell for it? It's look like it's starting to put it together like a something.
I think it might sell for 1 to 2 more days, but I do think it's worth a buy if it holds. Ask me that in real time. I'll help you get set up with that trade.
Yeah, and it's overbought right now.
Yeah,
well, not so much.
It depends on which time frame you're looking at.
Time frame,
weekly, it's kind of like a little bit overbought. Monthly, hella overbought. Gold monthly is like RSI. The biggest risk on the monthly time frame is a false breakout. So you have these lower highs, you have these higher lows. It broke out. If it can't close the month kind of at the top end range of the breakout, odds do favor that it could be a false breakout and it could see a few months of sell side. So that is something to watch out for, but just staying patient on that. You know, silver is a bit stronger than gold. Silver was up today. Silver, I'd just be neutral for now, but then bullish later.
Okay.
In terms of other markets, oil, I've been telling you guys, I've been bearish oil for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
And oil's been getting shit on. I think oil is still a short the bounce type of trade. You can trade that with USO put options. You can trade that by buying SCO shares. This goes up when oil goes down. Trump wants low oil prices. He will do everything in his power to ensure that there's low oil prices for us all. Cheap gas. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he also brought up the MJ sector. MSOS. This is the MJ ETF. Now, I'm not one of those like stoner dudes. That's not why I'm buying this. We've actually been wheeling it in victory trades for a number of weeks. And it's going to be a successful wheel. I'm probably going to get called away for a 20 to 30% gain.
Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a good trade. And what's nice about it is that it's an ETF. So you're not trying to individually pick out these MJ companies. But Trump, when he was asked about legalizing MJ, he was just like, maybe the medical, definitely not the recreational. He was against recreational, but he was for it on the medical.
Yeah, I think Trump doesn't smoke. Like personally, he doesn't smoke or drink. You
don't. I wouldn't want my president to. You know.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'd
rather him be sober. You know, because this is him sober.
Reference, you know?
This is sober Trump. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, can you imagine?
We've been dealing with sober Trump the last 10 years. Imagine fucking high, drunk Trump. Nah, I don't want that.
Twisted Trump with the new.
Nah, I don't want no parts of that, man. I don't want no parts of that. Who knows what he's gonna be tweeting?
You don't know.
Where the Epstein files? You know what? Never mind. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. So if the MJ sector, MSOS, if this comes back to this like 350 area, I think you can sell cash secured puts, and that can be a good way to enter. Otherwise, I'm going to get called away for my gain, and I'm going to leave it alone for now.
All right.
One last thing. There's a setup that might be setting up tomorrow. Axon. If this is down 1 or 2 more days,
you know, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a dip buy. If Axon can get down to like 740, down to like 720, I might be looking at selling bullish put credit spreads, maybe even expiring this Friday, but if not, the next monthly expiration.
You let me know immediately when that trade.
I'll send the alert to Victory Trades members and I'll text you.
Yeah, thank you.
I got you.
All right. I think you got some super chats, Greg.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, we got Nav. He says, I got to check Greg on saying something last week. He said, do the leave crap on IBIT to make 780 to 3K by December 27. You can do that by just buying and holding Bitcoin instead of risking it on options.
So can I answer this first, and then you could go, Brandon?
Yeah, okay. Go for it, man.
So I don't know if that's something dumb to say if you can, triple your money in 2 years. I mean, it's just another trade, and you totally could buy and hold Bitcoin. And I mean, risking it on options, you're risking it in Bitcoin. There's risk in the either.
Always the risk, baby.
Do you have a comment on that, Brandon?
I just like Nav, man. Yo, just take it easy, bro. Everything, listen.
It's all good.
Just take it easy, man. Everything's gonna be cool, man. Like, listen, everything's gonna be fine. We're all bullish on Bitcoin. All right. We just want to make money different ways, man. And it's not either or, it's not like, or do this or do that. Like what I'm saying, you can buy some Bitcoin. You can also buy some leap calls on the there's nothing dumb about possibility of tripling your money, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can do both, man. Like, we got money over here. It's not like we talking about spending our last dime on a fucking leap call. Like, I'll buy a bunch of leap calls, do some credit spreads. I'll do a fucking iron condor on that shit, and buy and just buy it straight up. Like it ain't, it's not an either or thing, it's false binary, homie.
Nav just really cares about us. He wants us all to pump his Bitcoin. He wants us to get rich along with him. And we will. We just won't have as much Bitcoin as a percentage of our portfolio as you.
Yeah, man. And listen, Nav, just be cool, man. you can also just be cool, man. we like you well enough, man. Just be cool, man. What you don't want to do, Nav, and what you're at the risk of doing, it's getting weird about it. Like you're starting to walk the line, Nav. You're starting to walk the line of being a weirdo about it. Like, don't do nothing but Bitcoins. Like, whoa. It's all good, man. we all got some Bitcoin. We all bought some Bitcoin. We're all buying more. It's all good, brother. We love you, man.
We do. The coolest part about that was the super chat itself. The super chat
man.
Itself.
Yeah.
That was the coolest part. Yeah.
Just when you type in stuff on the internet, you just got to think about, man, how do I want to be remembered? Like, how do I want to be perceived? It's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. We love you, Nav.
We do.
And guess what? I'm gonna be buying more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna buy some more Bitcoin tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm selling cash secure puts on the so either I'm gonna buy some or I'm gonna get some free premium. It's all good, baby. All right, listen. If you guys want to trade, we trade futures every morning. Market open. It's a lot of fun with the squad. Victory Trades. We trade futures with prop firm. And we make a lot of money, man. We make a lot of money. All right. And and you can join Victory Trades and you'll get Greg's trade alerts straight to your phone every week. And he's like, man, nobody knows options like Greg. Like nobody knows
options nerd.
I made so much money off his options trade. So
we're just getting started, Brandon. Just getting started.
Come on now. All right, guys. All right, Greg.
Peace out.
Peace. All right. Do I got a super chat? You see this arm, man? You know what happened here? I'm at my son's birthday party. And I take the children to Chuck E. Cheese thinking that they'll like play the games with each other. No. They didn't give a fuck about the games. They all just wanted to jump on me. I was the toy. And then one of his friends, this girl, 7-8-year-old girl, I don't know where she came from. Literally feel like she dived off the top rope and she like landed on my fucking neck. I don't know how she got that out. I don't know what she climbed on, but I like stumbled. She caught me off guard. I stumbled and I fell into this animatronic machine toy. It's like a toy car that kids try. And I fell and I scraped my arm up, man. Fucked up my thumb. Kids' birthday parties is dangerous. If you're the cool dad, the fat dads get to just sit down and not get hurt. I took one for the team. What do we got?
All right, we got Leo for the fund.
Oh man, shout out to you, Leo.
And we got Planet Earth asking, hey Brandon, what's your advice on planning your day for the first time?
Oh man, we have videos on it, right?
Yep.
But you know, it's like here's what you do. You can write down everything you want to do that day, right? Get Google Calendar. You can. All right, here. Let me see if I can see something. I'll show you what it looks like. Because it's simpler than you think. Let me switch calendars so you don't see my real shit. The fuck is this? Okay. Oh, this is my team's calendar. Close deals faster with built-in e-signature. Whatever. All right. So let's say tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is the 4th. Hold on, let me close this part. All right, tomorrow's the 14th.
Tomorrow is the 13th.
The 13th. Wednesday the 13th. Ooh. All right. Yeah, you can show my screen. So some simple you can do is you can open up Google Calendar. Yes, your shit look like this, you already fucking up. It's blank. All right, it's cool. No problem. We're gonna start over. All right. You can open up the task thing. This is built in Google Calendar. Oh, take this off. Because this is old shit from like years ago. Hold on. Tabs is not supposed to. Okay, let me go. How do you put the tags on the side? I was able to do that before. It works different on my calendar. This is the sample one. Oh, I think I got to add a task. Okay. Okay. Maybe it looks like that. All right. Well, fuck that. All right. So anyway, you see when you're going to work out, when you're going to wake up, and just let's say you wake up at I don't know how much you're going to sleep. You're going to sleep. Let's say you wake up at 6 because you're not a bitch. All right. So just say, man, work out. Right? Maybe you work out or you groom and you see it, shower. And you just go through it out. You think about, make a list of everything you got to do that day and then put it in the calendar. And then you fill up the white space with other shit that's going to be productive. Right. And initially, it's going to be difficult for you to estimate how long things take. Right. You're going to get some things wrong, but you can move stuff around. So I'm moving stuff all day. Right. And then if you have recurring tasks, right? Let's say you work out 7 o'clock every day, you can go boom, go here, and repeat, boom, daily. Now, this shit is going to be every day on your calendar, right? All right, boom. And you can set up the recurring things first. That's one thing I would do, just set up your recurring tasks. It doesn't have to be daily. It could be like every week, every Tuesday and Thursday, you can set it up. Set up the stuff that's going to be recurring. And then you fill up the rest of the day with other shit, Yeah. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, cool. What should we do next? Marketing strategies. All right. Let's talk about marketing strategies. In this video, we're going to rank the best marketing strategies for online trainers. Now, the strategies I'm going to talk about can be applied to any business, but I'm just well versed with online training because I built a multi-7-figure online training business, and I've helped over 15,000 people grow their successful online fitness businesses. So I have a large sample size of what works for me and my 15,000 students. All right. So let's go rank them, cold calling. Let's just get this off the board. This is D last, right? And it'd be difficult. I guess you could buy a list, but we're not going to do it. We're just going to ignore that because online training is mostly on the internet. So we're going to do this. All right. Buying followers. This has got to be D tier. And the reason buying followers is bad is because the way the algorithm works, this one, second one.
The other one was good too.
Oh,
the other one is just flat point.
Is this good?
Yeah.
All right. How do I get rid of this?
I don't see anything. I just see a white.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So the way the algorithm works is when you post some content, it's going to show it. This is a piece of content, and this works on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. When you post some content, it's going to test it. So test number 1 on a small group of your audience, right? If they engage it and they like it, then you move on to test number 2. Oh, test number 2, where they're going to show it to a larger group of your audience, larger test size. And let's say you pass that test, like meaning that people engage with it, then they're going to show it to your audience, and they're going to start mixing in some people who do not follow you. Maybe just one. They're going to start mixing in some people who do not follow you. They're going to start testing it on people who don't follow you to see how much they like that content. And if you pass that test, this is test number 3. If you pass that test, then you go to test number 4, where it's still some of your audience, but now you're going to a lot more people who don't follow you, right? And then let's say you pass. We don't know how many tests there are, but it works like this. And then you pass this. Now you're sending it to a lot of people. This is when you start to go viral. When people you don't follow, when people who don't follow you are getting recommended your stuff. This is when you start to go viral. And your followers will still see it too. But now you'll be more new people than old people. Now, here's the reason why buying followers is bad. Because if you buy followers and they don't engage with your stuff, you won't make it out the first test. And you damn sure won't make it out the second. So you'll never get to the part where your stuff can go viral. It's very important. So buying followers is easy way to kill your account. All right. Radio ads, we're gonna put that on D. Like, fuck you doing, right? Newspaper ads, D. Social. Okay, let's go. Influencer shout outs. This is not bad. This is actually not bad. You can pay for shout outs. I wouldn't start here. But if you already got some shit popping and if you're already making money, I'll put this at like B tier. If you're already making money and you can make this work, getting some followers, especially if it's targeted pages. So if you're a fitness influencer, you get some big random fitness pages to shout your stuff out, to shout you out. It can work. In fact, we did this with the homie Splash Man. He had like an athletic clothing line that he was starting. He was a print on demand clothing line back in the day. And we got some athletic pages to shout out his stuff. And he started making sales. And we coupled that with some retargeting ads. And this is back when he was in high school, man. And I was helping him make $10K a month with like some athletic kind of clothing. It was like NBA bullshit. All right. I think I don't want to say exactly what it is because I don't think he had the licenses to sell the shit he was selling. But he made some money. All right. Let's go with you know what? Affiliate programs. Now, this works better. This doesn't work that well for online trainers, but I've seen it work really well for other online businesses. Right? I've never seen it work for online training, but for other businesses, this works really well. This is when you hire other people to promote your product or service. You don't even hire them; like they promote your product or service, and then the revenue that comes from their followers, they get a commission on it, right? So it's like ads, how you only pay for what you get. Well, it's different than ads because you're going to a warm audience, but it's somebody else's warm audience. So you get to piggyback off you get to piggyback off the trust they have with their audience, you know? So this can work. I haven't seen it work for online trainers. I haven't seen it. But for other businesses, I've seen it work really well. Even for like my businesses, I've done it, and I've done affiliate deals with other influencers, other businesses that brought me in a lot of money. I've done affiliate stuff with other people where I promoted their stuff and mutually advantageous. All right, email marketing, man. If you can get this down, this is S tier. This is S tier. Like online trainers, they just ignore email marketing because it's difficult to set up a CRM, or it's perceived as difficult to set up some sort of CRM. But if you can do it, if you can just fucking sit down for a weekend and set up a CRM where you can start, collecting emails and then start emailing your list, you can make a lot of money. I've made millions email marketing, literally millions. People think that email marketing doesn't work. Listen, you go to Target, they're going to ask for your email. Why is a multi-billion-dollar company asking for your email? You think they're doing this shit because it don't work? Because it don't make them no money? You don't think they tested that shit? you don't think they do it? They trained you don't think they trained all the cashiers to ask you that shit for no reason, right? I bought my girl something from Victoria's Secret. They asked for my email. I'm like, no. But why you think they're doing it? $1 billion business. You think they're doing that shit for no reason? I mean, there's money to be made in email marketing. I'm telling you, y'all sleeping on it. It's S tier. Organic content. When done right, organic. Oh, okay. All right. When done right, organic content is S tier. This is it's probably the foundation, especially if you're an online trainer. If you have the right organic content, it's S tier, but you can still do it and fail. So you got to really know what you're doing. I got a free ebook, link in the description, called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. And it'll show you how to build your whole online fitness business. But we talk about building organic content that actually brings you in sales and makes you money. Click the link in the description to check that out. But organic content. And this is how I made my first $1 million. Organic content. Also, it was organic content with the email. These two together helped me make my first $1 million. No bullshit. But it wouldn't have done it without the email. It wouldn't have got to $1 million. I was successful, but not without the email. The email marketing really works. All right. Cold DMs. I'm putting this at D tier. You should never be sending cold DMs. Never. You never want to do that. It does not work. Paid ads. This is A tier. If you can figure it out, if you can do it, this is A tier. You'll make a lot of money with paid ads. A lot of money with paid ads. But most online trainers they don't do it. And if they do it, they just hit the boost post. And that shit don't work. You got to really go into the ads manager and really fuck with it, like in a real way. In the Facebook, in the Meta Ads Manager, you don't ever hit that boost button on Instagram. That was designed to steal money from people who are too lazy to learn how to really run ads in the Ads Manager. Hosting challenges. Okay, this works for a lot of online business. I've seen this work. These challenges work for a lot of people. For online trainers, it only works for women. I swear to God, this is a weird thing. I'm telling you, I have a lot of data to support this. It works really well for women doing challenges, fitness challenges, but for men, it almost never works. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like this, but this is something like we told all the men in the high ticket trainer. That's my group where I teach people how to grow their online fitness business. We told all the men, hey, you guys can confidently stop doing challenges, but women, y'all should keep doing it. And this would be like you let people in the challenge for either free or cheap, and then you give them some sort of protocol. Everybody some sort of protocol, and at the end, you sell them into your training. And there's a certain way to do that we teach, but it works really well for women. For men, not so much. Not so much. Webinars work great for most businesses. They're not great for online training. So I'm gonna put it at B tier just because it's good. They're really good for a lot of online businesses, but not necessarily for coaches, fitness coaches, or they're really only good if you're selling a course, like an expensive course. But if you're selling like real coaching with someone, webinars aren't always the best way to do it. You know, podcast appearances, B tier. You know, it depends. It really depends on the podcast. You know, it really depends. Now, if you can get on Joe Rogan, then it's S tier. Right, but the majority of podcasts ain't Joe Rogan, so I'm gonna put it at the average. You know, SEO, SEO shit. This is like C tier, maybe. This is like people writing blogs and shit. This was cool like maybe 10, 15 years ago, but I don't even know. Like, people are doing less searching on Google now, more searching on ChatGPT, more searching, you know, or even Google has AI mode. Right? You seen this shit? People are searching with AI more than they are on Google. So your shit ain't gonna be ranking like that anymore. Building a community. This is good. This is B tier. I tell all my trainers to build some sort of community, maybe in, you know, for other business, a lot of businesses are doing it in school. I tell my trainers to do it, build a Facebook group or something like that. It's B tier. It's fine. It's not great. It's good though. Right. All right. This is a term I coined called lead the like. And this is S tier, especially if you're a coach, if you're any kind of coach, especially an online trainer. What I say, when you're first starting out, you're posting content, everyone who likes your posts, anyone who likes one of your posts, anyone who comments, anyone who follows you, you should DM them. And it's better if you do a video. So if somebody follows you, I want you to break out your phone, be like, yo, what's going on, DeMarcus? Thanks for the follow. Let me know, man. Are you I'm sorry, man. DeMarcus made me laugh. Yo, what's going on, DeMarcus? Thanks for the follow. Let me know what help you need. You know, getting in shape or whatever you do. Like, how can I help you lose fat, man? Or you can say, are you trying to lose fat, or you just here to check out the content? Tell me what's up. Really connect with everyone. Somebody leaves a comment. Yo, Lorenzo, thanks for commenting on my post, man. Let's say you help it, you know. Are you trying to build muscle, or are you just enjoying the content? Right? Say something like that. Or if someone just fucking likes, if they just hit the like button on your shit, you should DM them. You know. Yo, Jaquan, thanks for liking my last post, man. Let me know, man. Are you trying to lose fat, or are you just like checking out the content? Right? Everybody. That's a lead, right? That's a lead. And then when you get in the conversation, the reason you want to send a video so they know it's not automated and it's more personal, right? And then start a conversation with them. If they say they just enjoying the content, then say, all right, man, thanks, bro. right? If they say they're trying to lose fat or whatever you help people do, right? Then you get into a conversation with them, talk to them a little, get them on a sales call, sell them your package. Because I've seen trainers in my program, they have like 1,000, 2,000 followers, make 10, 20K a month just from doing that. Because you get most people, they get 100 likes on a post and they're like, oh man, I only got 100 likes. Like, motherfucker, that's 100 people that you need to DM. That's 100 potential leads right there. But people don't think about it like that. People don't think about it like that. But if you do, you can make a lot of money. We call it lead to like, but it's not just like, it's not just likes, it's follows, comments, any engagement you have. DM these motherfuckers. DM everyone who engages without exception. This is how you make money. This is how you make money with a small following. DM everyone who engages. Right. And then create a lead magnet. Lead magnet. This is S tier. So one thing I tell my students to do is to create what we call lead magnets. So a lot of times people don't want to sound salesy. You know, they don't want to seem like they're selling something, and they're afraid to come off like spammy or sleazy or whatever. One, lead to like helps with that, because you don't even have to fucking pitch anything. You just give some good advice, fucking lead to like on everybody who comments with them. And now you selling in private. But a more aggressive way to do that, well, not aggressive way, a more proactive way is you have a lead magnet. And what that is you put together some sort of free pamphlet, video training, ebook that helps them accomplish their goals. And you say you give it to them for free. Let me show you an example of this. Hold on, don't pull it up yet, because I think this is that's not a lead magnet. Okay, so this is one of my students. This is one of my students, Jennifer, right? Jennifer, she made over $100,000 her first 6 months in my program, right? And all she did was have this video talking about what she does, right? She helps her target market is moms who want to get in shape, but she's a mom, right? And what she has here, if you check this out, she gives a lot of advice. She gives tips. So this whole post is her giving tips. Then at the end, she says, comment or DM me bod, and let's build. Oh, this is not the one I wanted to show you. Hold on. All right, skip this one. Let me find one where she gives her lead magnet. This is. I know she has a lead magnet here because I helped her write it. She's not doing. Here we go. So basically, this is Jennifer. She made over this is Jennifer. She made over $100,000 her first 5 months in my program, High Ticket Trainer. And she helps moms get in shape, right? So this is just a post. All she's doing is giving advice, showing her workout. Boom. At the end, she says, download my free fat loss guide for busy moms. Boom, boom, boom. Comment fat loss, and I send it to you. Boom. Fat. Look at all these people comment fat loss. These is leads. These are leads. And then her lead magnet is written in a way where it's designed to help people, not only help them with, is designed not only help them with whatever problem they have, but it also, there's tons of testimonials from her clients in that, right? So it's a sales letter as well. It's helpful, but it's a sales letter, right? But it's more helpful than the sales letter. It's like, even if somebody reads it and they don't hire her as a coach, they'll still be like, man, that was some good information. I'm glad I had that, because you don't want it to just be a sales letter, right? But it serves as a way to help sell her product, right? And this is a way that you can covertly sell. And here's the thing. You don't care if they read this or not. It's helpful. You want to write something good, but you don't care if they read it or not, because most people won't. What happens is you just want permission to DM them, because now you can start a conversation with them. And now you got a new lead. This is one of the cheat codes. Now you got a new lead. This works really, really well. And then you couple that with the lead to like strategy. You should be able to book a ton of calls with people. Right? Even if you have a small following, man. I'm telling you, you get 50 likes on a post instead of crying about it like a bitch. You need to DM 50 people with a video. Let's go. Let's get this money. you know what I'm saying? And then the beauty of having a small following is that people will feel like it's more personal. You know, because it is. You ain't got a bunch of motherfuckers to talk to, right? You're going to help them people because they know you all they got, right? Anyway, so this is the tier list. I think this is pretty strong, right? So you can ignore everything in D. You can ignore everything in C. B is cool. This is stuff you can do after you made some money. A is stuff you can do after you made some money, right? But if you could, these are the ones you want to focus on first. And lead to like and lead mag, they're probably the best ones. In fact, I might move this over here. I'll leave it because it's super. It's super. If you can crack that code, it worked really well. But focus on all these before you start doing ads, before you start looking for shout outs, affiliates, right? Start making some money doing there. In fact, I tell my students that I don't want them to run ads until they're making 10K a month organically. Because if you're leading the light, you can get to 10K a month, even with a small following, even if you're only getting 50 likes a post. That's 50 potential leads. You can get to 10K a month doing that. You can make, because with online training, the way I teach it, if you're making let's say you charge $80 a week, which is not a lot of money, $80 a week. If you have 25 clients, you charge them $80 a week for 52 weeks a year. You keep an average of 25 clients for 52 weeks. You'll make $104,000 a year. 25 clients. You don't need a fucking million followers for that. You don't need paid ads to get 25 clients. You know what I'm saying? All you need to do is fucking lead the like. But you got to know what to post. You got to have the right niche, right? You got to have the right target market. And you got to know how to post in a way that's going to get you clients instead of doing whatever you've been doing that's not getting you clients. If you want to learn how to do that, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It shows you exactly how to do it. The link is in the description. Right? That's it. Hey, we finished kind of early today. I had another one. I have another one in the chamber, but we don't have enough time to do it. So we're going to end early. We're going to end 3 minutes. We're going to end 8 minutes early today. All right. This has been Victory Talk Podcast. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll let y'all.